wealth builders. Hey family. Unfortunately, I have random things flying around, but I got you guys. I promised you guys some information. I promised you guys I would talk to you about my hormonal imbalance and what I had going on in that space. And I haven't shared this with a lot of people. So look, I'm telling you guys my business. We're getting into some things because I really want to help in this space as much as I can for people that might be going through this. I had a hormonal imbalance and I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was just a new age that I was going into. I don't know what happened. But what I do know is I gained like 50 pounds in a very short period of time. A very short period of time. And I have a sweet tooth. If you didn't know, I spoke about it before. And so having a sweet tooth, with that happening, I then became insulin resistant. Now, diabetes does run in my family, and it was something that I never in my life wanted to get. I was always so conscious about it, like throughout my life, because my grandparents had it and stuff like that. But some kind of way, I found myself with diabetes, y'all. And the way I knew something had to be kind of suspicious about it was my stomach. The upper part of my stomach was like rounding. And I was like, now that's new. I might have gained some weight in the past here to there, but that part of my stomach had never gotten big. And that is an indicator of insulin resistance. And that's very dangerous to have abdomen weight as well, because it can also affect your heart. Okay. And heart conditions do also run in my family. So I pray that everyone watching this knows their family and can get the information about their family history. But if you don't, always listen to your body. Get a primary care doctor if you can. Go to that primary care doctor so you can see what's going on with your body. If you don't have a way to find out about your family medical history, okay? It is so important, because I did not know I was experiencing this. I didn't know what was going on. I just found myself sleepy a lot and things like that. And I just didn't know what was happening. And it was crazy. It was a very, very crazy time, a very crazy experience. You guys will have to subscribe for me I'm going to go a little bit more in detail too about my overall health and some of the other things that I did experience during this journey. But I'm going to show you guys some other things that also helped me with the insulin resistant portion. Once again, I'm not a doctor. These are just things that me and my dietitian worked out that ended up working and helping me go from like, I think a 7.5 or something in the sevens down to 5.5. And it's probably lower than that now. That's just what it was the last time I checked. And one thing is this. Now, you guys probably have seen it in this form. Apple cider vinegar. It's Bragg's with the mother. Now, this one has honey. I never even knew they had this because I didn't want to ever in my life drink this. And I take a tablespoon of this and I can put it in water. And it helps, for one, boost my metabolism so that I could, one, get the weight down, because a lot of insulin resistance come from weight gain for me because I wasn't born with diabetes. And you need to also, once again, figure that out. If you're not born with diabetes, then it's probably something you can control to help get it back down. Now, I personally don't like the flavor of that, so I discovered this, and it is called Good Health Recipe by Yoders, Yoders, and I will have it linked in my Amazon store, and I will put the link down below for you guys. Now, this has with the mother apple cider vinegar in it, but it also has elderberry and some fruit blend juices, so you can technically take this without mixing it in water. It has been the best tasting thing that I have found that allowed me to stomach with the mother apple cider vinegar, okay? And let me tell you, I live by this because also it is what helped trigger my weight loss, but it also helps protect your insulin from spiking when you're eating carbs. So like, I take it first thing in the morning for the metabolism purposes. But if I know that I'm having a meal that is heavily carb filled, I then take a shot of it before I eat that meal, okay? And it helps just... So if you don't know this is what happens when you have insulin resistance. Your sugar levels spike throughout the day. Now, this happens normally. Some people, certain things they can eat and theirs won't budge. But if you have a sensitivity, it can spike. And if it starts spiking over 100 throughout the day, it's like you're in danger, girl. What they say, Molly from Ghost, he was like, Molly, you're in danger, girl. You're in danger, my guys and my girls, because you can then kill a lot of the vessels that are helping your blood flow because they're overworked and like the sugar's just rushing through them and they die. And once they die, they don't come back alive, you guys. And that is what ended up putting you in the situation of needing insulin. And I was not trying to be taking a shot of insulin, by no means necessary. Now, this is the next thing that she suggested I take. I did all of it because once I found the dietitian that worked for me, I stuck to the plan, okay? And once again, I lost 40 plus pounds within 3.5 months because I stuck to the plan. So, turmeric and black pepper. And it helps with cardiovascular and joint health as well. This is the brand that I use. This is Swanson. You guys can get whatever brand you feel like will work for you. And I take this daily, and it also helps with the insulin, okay? And I told you it also helps with cardiovascular health. I also take a multivitamin. And if you didn't know, I have a link with Black Girl Vitamins. This is my D3 because I had to take D3 as well. A lot of Black women or men, they deal with vitamin D deficiencies because our melanin is popping a little too much and the sun can't really get in there. But also, I don't go outside a ridiculous amount because I'm just allergic. But this is what that vitamin D looks like. It is a gummy. I will tell you, a lot of gummies have sugar in it. Okay, so make sure you know what you're doing in that space when it comes to taking gummies. All your vitamins should not be a gummy that has sugar in it, because that brings me to the next thing that I did in order to get my blood sugar levels under control. You're only supposed to have 25 grams of added sugar a day at the most. If you're not tracking this, you're probably having well over 25 grams of added sugar because most things have added sugar in it. And I didn't realize that. I'm talking about the simplest things have added sugar. They just put in sugar and stuff for no reason. I want to say sugar and shit, but they just put in sugar and stuff for no reason at this point. And honestly, a lot of things that don't have sugar in it or added sugar really don't taste as bad as you guys think. But if you don't want to be sick, you will train them taste buds to like things that don't have sugar in it or added sugar. Right? Because once again, you're going to naturally get some sugar, especially if you eat fruit, but you don't have to take in a whole lot of added sugar. So I cut that down to a max of 25 grams and I immediately lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm not lying. I just adjusted that, started drinking my water and started trying to get my meals figured out where I was just at least trying to get into my calories. I wasn't 100% on that every day because I was just starting out with that. But that sugar, I ain't say take out sugar out your diet. I said added sugar under 25 grams. So yes, you do have to monitor what you're eating. You have to flip the label over and see like how much added sugar is in this. Like, so for instance, Lord, I wish I had my glasses on. This will tell me, hold on, let me get my glasses. All right, because when I'm telling you, you have to flip the label over even on your medication. So I'm looking at the Black Girl Vitamin. These are my hair, skin, and nails, right? Gummies. And as far as sugar, we got the calories, no calories, the carbs. Total sugars are 4 grams. So think about it. If every one of your gummies, because we're not just talking about Black Girl Vitamins, because I support them. Once again, you can use code Healthy Strategies to get a discount. I definitely support Black Girl Vitamins because they are making the medication where it's enough that for our black skin or our bodies that need it, right? So I definitely support them. But you got a lot of gummy companies out here right now. You need to flip over those labels and make sure you're not getting your added sugar amount just in vitamins. You're trying to help yourself. You ain't trying to spike your insulin. Now, this here, because it has fruit juices and stuff like that in it, it does have sugar. It's only 1 gram, right? So when I say you have to flip over everything and look at that label when it comes to added sugars, I'm not playing around with you guys. But if you do it, you will definitely see a difference in your skin and everything. You will see the difference. The weights will start to adjust. I'm telling you, trust me on that. Next, what I then incorporated was, and I recently just started doing this. However, I'm seeing great improvements. When I say recently, meaning started back. When before I had this issue, I used to walk all the time. I was in the city. I did things a lot different in the city. I would actually make time to go on a walk. Now that I'm not in the city so much, I don't like walking around. It's not a lot of sidewalks. But look, I got a walking pad, okay? For 30 minutes at a zone 1 or 2, your Apple Watch will show you what zone you're in. It is not a heavily endurance walk. Like, you're not burning and exuding a lot of effort and energy like running on a treadmill. But if you put that thing on an incline, and like mine is 6. Some people put theirs on 9 and above. All I need is 6 at 3.0 speed, and listen, I'm in my zone 1 or 2 and it burns the most calories and it helps your fat loss go away a lot quicker than just breaking yourself down trying to run on a treadmill, because that's what keeps a lot of you guys from working out. You don't like having to be so strenuous with your workouts. I'm just here to tell you, don't take all that, because guess what? When I started and lost that 40 pounds, I was doing in-home workouts. Juice and Toya on YouTube, I was doing their workouts and I was doing splits. Now, because of my schedule, I do 3 times a week full body, but I'm trying to get back into 2 times full body and then 2 times upper body day. 2 times full body and then 1 upper body individual day and 1 lower body individual day in the actual gym, because I want to start building my muscle back. And that's also something that became super important for me, was my muscle mass. I don't want to feel saggy. I want to feel firm and look good and feel good like I did when I played tennis. And that is a goal of mine by the end of the year. By December, I want to be back to my original weight of when I was playing tennis. And in January, I want to lean out so that I can actually have that physique back. And you guys will find out why about that somewhere down the road as well. So that's why I said make sure you guys subscribe so you can hear a lot more what I'm doing on my weight loss journey, on my health journey, and how my dietitian is helping me. Because once again, I am not a doctor. I'm a one-man show over here. I don't have a trainer. But what I do is I have insurance, and my dietitian was able to help me out a lot. Like, my insurance covers my dietitian 100%. So you should probably check with your insurance to see if you have that. And once again, you might not feel like you're making a lot of money at your job, but take advantage of the things you can take advantage of. Meaning, if they're going to give you a perk as far as having a dietitian, get the dietitian, meet with the dietitian, and listen to the dietitian. She specializes in these things, or he specializes in these things. If your insurance covers a trainer, because some people do, at least a percentage of it, get the trainer, listen to the trainer, make sure you're aligned with them. Now, if your dietitian, your trainer, or even if you have a therapist, if you're really not aligned and feel 100% comfortable, shop around. That even goes down to your doctors. If you feel like they're not really caring for you, shop around. You are not honored to have to stay with them and they're not helping you. My dietitian was God sent, because I looked for a dietitian that specialized in the things she specialized multiple times and couldn't find one. And then when that diabetes hit and I was really like, I'm ready to change my life, the Lord showed me her, and it's been me and her ever since. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've only had her since February, and it right now is November. And we are now currently down over 50 pounds since then. And like I told you guys, I lost the first 35 to 40 within the first 3.5 months because I listened to her. And I meet with her almost weekly, but if I can, at least 2 times a month. Do what you have to do for yourself. Take care of yourself. Be mindful of yourself. Your body, you only get one. You only get one life. And if you have children, that life is so important to more than just you. And if you don't have children, it's still important to your family and your friends and your loved ones. Okay? So you have a responsibility to be a good, functioning, strong adult here on this planet. There's no excuse about it. It's time, you guys. You can't keep saying in January, I'm going to start today. I just gave you the blueprint to what I did. Now, once again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not liable for anything you guys going to do based on what I'm saying. I'm just telling you guys, my mindset shifted. I worked really hard, and I'm showing you guys some of the supplements that I take along the way. And I'm telling you guys to run it past your doctors first before you just start taking it. And if you want to look at Black Girl Vitamins, I will drop their link down. The link has the discount code embedded in the link, but also Healthy Strategies is the discount link, and you'll get 20% off anything you purchase on that site as a first-time buyer. Now, one thing I will also encourage you to get on that site, if you get nothing else, is the collagen, because that can help anyone with your joints, with your bones. It gives you your amino acids. It has some protein in there as well, and they have the best collagen that I've found that blends really well with like teas and coffees without clumping, as well as taste. You don't taste anything. And I will show you guys too, so that's why I said subscribe. I'll show you guys my tea, my morning tea cocktail with my vitamins and supplements and other things that I use to keep me going first thing in the morning outside of taking my good health. And like I said, if you don't have the good health rags, they have other flavors. I think they have citrus now. And once again, you just mix it with water, and it's not as bad as you think. The problem was people were trying to just take it as a shot. And it can really mess up your stomach lining and stuff like that. My dietitian told me mix it with some water. Mix it with a cup of water. And that did change the game for me. However, I'm always want this. And I, once again, found it. And I will link it in my Amazon for you guys. So listen, family. We're here to help each other. If you guys have any other tips and tricks that you guys use in the space of dealing with diabetes and health and stuff like that, please make sure you comment down below, because we are on this journey and we're going to get it done, especially if it's coming with weight loss and health. mindset. We are a wealthy community. It's a wealth mindset that we're working on here. And I'm okay with telling y'all my business to help you guys out. And I just need you guys to be okay with telling me and everybody else a little bit of yours to get us all down the road, right? Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and make sure you share it, because even if this is not an issue of yours, it could be an issue of a friend's. And we want them to be a part of our family as well. And like I always tell you guys, book a link with me for insurance and retirement, because I'm going to give you a free quote. All right, I'll see you guys.